We are here with the U.S. Forest Service talking about their law enforcement division. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Can you start by telling us a little bit about your agency and what a day in the life for one of your employees is like?
Okay. So basically, within the Forest Service, we're not your traditional law enforcement, which we have a variety of things that we basically on a day-to-day deal with, whether it's wildfire investigation, timber theft, recreation, natural resources. So it's a lot of things that our agency has to offer.
Absolutely. It's definitely not your typical law enforcement agency. Besides some of these really interesting investigative areas, what are some of the things that you would say makes your agency unique?
What makes our agency unique, being that we have a variety of different regions of opportunities, from as far as Alaska to Puerto Rico, and you're able to do a lot of traveling within our agency and enjoy the outdoors, and I feel that we have one of the best agencies out there.
That's wonderful. It's true. You can think of a national forest in almost every geographic region of the country. And so there's a lot of diversity in terms of location. Now, you have both law enforcement personnel and administrative support personnel. Can you talk about what makes a candidate best suited for those roles?
Well, first, just the love for the outdoors is what's going to make anybody a great candidate for the U.S. Forest Service. But we have administrative support positions that support the entire law enforcement and investigations division. We also have special agents, which are plainclothes investigators that investigate all of our felonious crimes and serious misdemeanors. We also offer an investigative analyst position or in support role for our investigators, and then most importantly our LEOs. That's kind of the bread and butter of law enforcement. It's the majority of our agency. We're currently at about 650 sworn personnel between the two, with the majority of them being our law enforcement officers. And so, just motivated candidates that are willing to go out, protect America's resources. There's a lot that we have to offer people that have interest in archaeological investigations, wildland fire investigations, just a plethora of things. You can get into medical search and rescues. There's a lot of different areas. And so, as Captain Breedlove stated, just kind of depending on where you're going to be geographically is going to kind of determine some of the things that you're going to do. But we're looking for highly motivated candidates that are willing to go out, protect America's resources. Yeah.
Thank you so much. And once a candidate has been accepted into a position at this agency, what does the onboarding process look like?
So after we've officially accepted everybody, and that's when they're going to pass their drug test, medical evaluation, and the initial PEB, which is a physical efficiency battery test, we require that you must pass at the 25th percentile prior to going to the Federal Law Enforcement Training Center in Glencoe, Georgia. Once you arrive there at the Federal Law Enforcement Training Center, you go through land management police training, commonly known as LMPT. It's an 18-week program. After the conclusion and graduation of LMPT, we have a 2-week agency-specific add-on course, and then we have a 3-month field training program where you're with a seasoned officer just to make sure that everything checks out and that you can perform the job safely.
Thank you so much for that great overview of the U.S. Forest Service. If you are a law enforcement professional or even an administrative support professional that is highly motivated and has that genuine love for the outdoors, this could be the agency for you. Learn more at some of the